Hello, this is Patrick. Welcome to Chart Built Wealth, profitable investing with technical analysis. Well, I have a new buy recommendation today, and it's one that people will be very interested in, I think. But the suggestion here is to buy Bitcoin. I've traded this a couple of times. Have never didn't get any drawdowns. This thing's down, I don't know, 60% or something. Anyway, I think it's a good time to buy it. Let's get into it. So right out of the box, this is the actual recommendation, and I'm going to give you more color on it. And maybe I'd do this as a short and do this going forward because some people just want to know what to buy. This is the Grayscale Bitcoin ETF BTC. The expenses are very, very low. It's like 0.15 or something. So it's probably the best way to do it if you're not actually buying Bitcoin itself. So here again, we got a confluence of moving averages. This is a bullish retracement. This is a bullish rainbow convergence with the price coming back to that convergence. So I'm putting my stop at 31 and my price projection is up at like 44. And I'll show you why if you want to watch. But that's the actionable idea. And the reward to risk is something like 8 to 1. It's a pretty big. Let's see. So we're at 33. If we were to have 43 or 42, that's about 9 points, and we have 2 points risk. So let's say it's 4 to 1. Okay. So I'm going to give you more color. That's the recommendation. Here's why. So this is a long-term chart of Bitcoin. As you can see, I've been charting this thing a long time. I remember when this came out. Bob Prechter at Elliott Wave International said buy this thing, and I had no idea what it was. But then, the wave patterns are very, very clear here. So on trend or cycle analysis, the Elliott wave theory is one of the main tools I use, and it says that trends go in waves of five, with one, three, and now five going in the direction of the major trend, and two and four are counter trend reactions. And that's what makes markets so difficult. They don't go in a straight line. So one, two, big third wave. So we got uh, within the third wave, we got one, two, big third wave, four triangle, fifth wave, all within the third wave. If that makes sense. Then we got a correction, a zigzag correction for our fourth wave. And now we're in an ending diagonal. An ending diagonal pattern is, um, I'm just looking at the price right now because I don't really follow this all the time. I just identified this pattern. So this is down about 40 some percent. So the fifth wave here is in the form of an ending diagonal. At least that's what it looks like, and that's what we're hoping it is, with two converging trend lines coming together to a point. And you need an A, a B, a C, a D, and one more touch, which would be the completion of our fifth wave of this entire thing. And then we get a huge correction. Huge. Um, Ending diagonal patterns, according to Edwards and McGee back in the 50s, I believe, maybe it was the 60s, said that ending diagonals are found at the end of major market moves. When they break fiercely, rapidly. So we're going to really monitor this support line right here. That's why we're buying it right here because we're right on support. Once it gets up here, I don't want to be buying it. Well, I'd be selling some as we go up. So this is really the place to buy. And the price of the stop on this looks like it's about 60. So we're currently at 76,000. And our stop on the actual Bitcoin is 60,000. So now we're going to go to and look at the big negative divergence as we've hit all these higher highs. We got lower highs on our relative strength index, flashing a caution sign, beware a change of trend is coming. So when, hopefully we get the top of this fifth wave, we'll get another lower high, and then we know to get out of this thing. And everybody else will be saying, I'm going to own this the rest of my life. And I'll say, good luck with it. You can use it for wallpaper. I guess there's no paper, so I can't really say that. So now we're going to look at, so this is the actual Bitcoin itself. Now, the vehicles that we have to, okay, one more thing, the point and figure chart, uh, you know, the purest, least subjective chart is suggesting a price projection of about 86,000, which doesn't take us all the way to the peak, but it's a good start. We get up here, we start challenging on our point and figure chart the bearish trend line. It's something else you want to keep in mind and be cognizant of. If we see it struggling up here, maybe it's going to take a breather and dip down or something. So again, nothing goes in a straight line. So I showed you the big picture before, and now I'm showing you uh, the point and figure has a bullish price projection, which we like, but it would be running right into our bearish trend line. Okay, I wanted to show you the commitment of traders report. So for all commodities and stuff, gold, oil, all that, the commercials are the big boys, in oil, it's the Chevrons, the Exxons, the Shell oil. In gold, it's the Newmont miners and all that. In Bitcoin, the commercials don't have a position. So this is the non-commercial traders. These are the trend following hedge funds. And so they're not the small speculators who are usually wrong. These are the trend followers who are the hedge funds and can, drive a lot of volume on these things. And thank you, Tom McClellan, for this chart. It's showing us that they are net long in a big, big way. Actually, the biggest they've been going back to 2022 by quite a bit, actually. So I like the fact that the smart money quote is starting to buy this. So after a huge decline, so that is good. Now the vehicle that we use to trade this is BTC, the ETF. And the longer term outlook, this just started trading in 2024. And again, we got to look at this, even though it'll go in the same direction as the actual Bitcoin, it has its own variances. Same with oil ETFs, same with gold ETFs. So it's a lot of work because you got to chart two different things. But this started trading in 2024. And according to BTC, we have one, two, three, four, five. We have 5 waves up and we have 3 waves down. Those are corrective waves. So as long as it can hold this low, I'm expecting another 5 wave advance. So we got to stop at 31, and I showed you that prior, but we'll take one more look at it. But first, the point and figure chart. We got a new buy signal here, and it's showing us about 43. So 43, we're at 33. Can't read that. 33. So that would be about 30% upside. And if I'm right about the ending diagonal pattern, going back to the first chart, it could be a lot higher. And here's the initial chart that I showed you at the beginning of all this in simple terms. We're getting a retracement back to the confluence of moving average, a bullish rainbow convergence. We're going to put our stop at 31, and we're going to watch this go. Now, one thing, I just want to mention this, and I'm not a fundamental person, but with the dollar weakening over 10% over the last year, and I don't think anything's going to change there. They're talking about cutting short-term interest rates. That's going to devalue the dollar more, and Bitcoin should be a beneficiary. So we'll see. Thank you for watching Chart Built Wealth, profitable investing with technical analysis. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, neighbors, family. Adios.